Here with Ice Ice Ice. Something about you changed. Do you know what's different about you?
My eyebrows?
Your eyebrows? What's with the eyebrows?
It's supposed to be the same color as my hair, but they misdyed it.
I don't think you need to dye your eyebrows when you dye your hair, though.
I don't know, that guy wanted to. I'm like, okay, sure.
Okay. Yeah. And you just did it because you were bored?
Yes.
Okay. It's a good reason. I mean, it's okay. It's not bad.
It's okay. It's pretty nice to touch. It's like it's pretty nice.
You guys have our what? This is your first tournament with this hair?
Yeah.
So you guys haven't lost any undefeated in tournaments so far with the new hair.
Right now, but we did lose a game against Secret. So yeah.
Okay. All right. And you guys put an end to their undefeated streak.
Yeah.
Was it easy?
No, it wasn't easy. They are really good, and it could have went either way. Yeah.
Okay, but you guys did it.
Yeah, that's nice.
And the commentators were yelling VG.
Why?
Remember that at the end of the game?
Wasn't it
the whole crowd and the commentators were doing it. They were doing it, yeah.
I guess
a little weird.
I guess it's because you were Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like you guys. There's some rumors about you guys maybe changing black. Is that true?
It is true.
You guys are gonna switch?
No. He's been performing well. There's no reason to if
I gotta put in a word. I think you guys should keep him. I mean, I know that my advice to you is very important. I know you were thinking like, what does Hotbid think about this situation? So now I'm saying I think you guys should keep black.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
He's a cool guy.
He is a cool guy.
Yeah. It's a good enough reason, right?
Well, it's up to him. Like his performance is gonna more or less decide everything, I think. I mean, he's been playing really well though. There's no doubt.
He lost that rapier though.
That's fine. Even like we were all wondering where that rapier went. We thought IO took it, and in the end it was just sitting there and yeah.
Okay. Vici, one of the more consistent performers since TI. You guys didn't win TI, but placed extremely high, and then you guys.
DK.
Huh?
I was in DK.
I mean, Vici in general. Okay.
Okay.
Because newbie they did very poorly, but Vici continued playing well. Why? What do you think the difference is?
Well, newbie won TI.
Yeah, and then they won a lot of money, and now they don't really have the drive.
I mean, that's normally what happens to teams after TI.
Mm-hmm.
They win a lot of money, enough to last them for maybe a really long time. I mean, winning one TI, especially TI 4, was like winning TI 1 and 2 and 3 and like another TI 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys, like Vici especially, had this strategy they did in TI 4, and then they came out and it didn't succeed against newbie, and that makes all the difference. But if you won TI, would you still be motivated after?
I'll definitely still be motivated, and if my teammates aren't showing motivation, I would even switch teams because I plan to win 2 TIs if that's possible.
Oh, that's in the plan?
That's in the plan.
Okay,
but
I like
have
your
to win 1 TI first.
I like your ambition. Already thinking of 2. That's Envy said the same thing actually.
He did?
Yeah, he's like I want to be known as the best Dota player ever, so I can't just win 1 TI anymore. I gotta win 2.
I don't really want to be known as the best solo player. I want to be known as the best team player. Yeah.
Okay. And this team especially is a little different than your previous teams. Obviously, you have a non-Chinese player, and
I'm a non-Chinese player.
Right, but you speak Chinese. You can still communicate with them. And do you think that it's that language thing is still really important now that you've had black on your team for quite a while?
I mean, language is definitely a huge barrier between communication in the team. If you actually watch replays throughout, ever since Black joined VG, he was always slightly lagging behind, and yes, been getting better and better. So yeah, it is something. It's almost impossible to play like perfectly if the other person isn't fluent in the language that you're using or the team is using. I mean, I gave an example, I think, a few days ago in an interview. Like, da ta. You get a difference,
I
right?
know, yeah.
But maybe not to black.
And right now, it seems that Chinese Dota is in a little bit of a changing period.
Yeah.
There might be more roster changes in the future.
Everyone's going to change, I think. Most teams are going to have roster change.
Closer and closer to TI these days.
It happens.
So who's gonna get the invites? You guys for sure, I think.
I think VG,
Yeah.
definitely VG Ice is way too awesome. I mean FY is really handsome. Super is ugly though, but Super is really good.
Super ugly, but he's really okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Fernie and Black, yeah, they're nice.
Newbie's not gonna get an invite.
I think Newbie would just get an invite because they are TI4 champions.
But if you just went on how they did,
I don't know, but it doesn't make sense to not invite a defending. Like, there's no defending champion. How do you defend a title without a defending champion?
yeah, but
Yeah.
they gotta be good. I think if like let's say Alliance didn't do good at all in the year after they won, maybe they wouldn't have been invited.
I'm not sure about that. They're still defending champions. But I get what you mean. I don't want to see Newbie up there as well at their current form.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe if they improve a little bit more and start doing well. They don't have to win, they just need to do well and act as a team. I think they deserve an invite for winning TI4.
Mm-hmm. And there's right now a C team is doing very well. Rave, yeah, beat IG, and they a lot of people kind of wrote them off, didn't think that they were that great.
Them off.
But they're probably gonna get. I think they're gonna get an invite.
I think they will because it's not because they are good. It's just that there's no good teams in Southeast Asia.
Well, that's harsh.
It's true.
I mean, you can be true and harsh.
I'm true and harsh.
Yeah. That is how you are. Yeah.
It works. But what I would hope to see for Southeast Asia, I mean, people mistook what I said the other time.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see like Southeast Asian teams up there, but I hope that all of them will play in the qualifier, because in Southeast Asia, internet is actually a huge issue for certain countries, maybe Vietnam or Thailand, I don't know. So it would be really fair if everyone just go to a location, maybe Singapore, Malaysia, and like play it out in the qualifier and have the top 2 teams go. That way it'd be fair for everyone. And yeah, because some teams are really good at LAN when they have no lag, and some teams are just good online. Like
well, the real Dota is played on LAN, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like
that's
a lot. Literally you have some abilities that just changes hero completely because there's ping.
Yep.
So TI is the real test, I guess. Do you agree with these kind of formats these days? Like everyone plays everyone, huge round robin, like group stages. Do you like that more, or do you like just like an elimination tournament?
I definitely prefer the huge round robin, even if it's a best of 2. I think best of 2 is really fair, though it might be a little long. It might get really boring for like the spectators and.
Not a TI, dude. People, the more games the better.
I mean, 16 a group of 16 best of 2. That's best. That's the best and fairest format.
Okay, yeah, too much.
And what else? In a way, the good teams will start to improve and adapt in the tournament because they get to play a lot of games. Yeah.
Yeah. There's always someone said once that TI is always its own little meta.
Yeah.
And do you think this tournament has its own meta?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Secret and EG brought out the meta, and every team is adapting and trying to, test around it. I mean, the Koreans brought out Warlock, and Navi sort of learned it, but they sort of failed at it. They could have, like yesterday's game.
Yeah, I saw.
Funny just need to go refresher after Scepter, and I think he could have
Blink.
Yeah, they would have won the game if he went refresher.
Brutal.
But I think regarding a tournament format, it shouldn't be like this tournament, the AC. Because once you know that you are out for sure, you're gonna start screwing around.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
And there's no advantage. There's no big advantage being in the top 8. Like first to 8, there's no advantage. First is gonna play against 8. So everyone is just gonna okay, we're in top 8. It's time to, screw around. Yeah.
Okay. Are you I know I asked you this before, but
I'm lucky. Nothing. Carry on.
I was gonna say, are you one day you wanna lead a Southeast Asian team to TI? Is that your?
It's not my dream, but it's something that I would look forward to. Yeah.
But right now in China, there's I don't know if you follow other news, but there's, in other games that Chinese always expect to be the best. They're always very nationalistic when it comes to these kinds of things, cheering. This crowd is very different than the crowd in TI. This crowd just completely silent when something bad happens for the Chinese team, and then when something good happens, they're like yelling. What's that environment like?
It's a nice environment for my team, I guess. But I mean, for the opponents or the Western teams, they can take it as it's a huge motivation for them, I guess. I mean, they can play really well and they can win the crowd over. If they could do that, then it's a huge boost to them. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so this TI seems wide open. Mm-hmm. You know, what did you learn about from, you know, the time leading up to last year's TI with DK? Because I remember what team you were on. And what's the difference between that and now? Like, what did you learn?
I actually learned a lot. When I first joined DK, that was my first Chinese team, and I was really lucky to got into DK because you know, Mushi, Lanem, Burning, and MMY to a lesser extent. But yeah, I mean, MMY is a nice guy. Don't get me wrong. He's just lazy. I actually learned a lot from them. Like I learned a lot of commanding stuff from MMY and even 71 as a coach. Like Mushi and Burning helped me a lot in the lane, and MMY sort of gave me a lot of food, which was nice throughout.
Give you a lot of food, okay.
Yeah. Because he has fangirls buying him food. Like he'll just, you know, in China they like to deliver and send packages, especially food. So yeah, there's a lot of fangirls sending him food. And
whoa, that's the life. I want that.
That's really awesome. So it's like, yeah, lots of food. I think because of them that I'm actually a better player today. Like without them, I'm just gonna be like a player. I'm not gonna be a leader because I'm sort of learning and becoming a leader in game, making shots and everything, making calls. But last year I was like listening to Lanem, just like, okay, yeah.
And now that you have time to reflect back on that whole situation, you know, like DK looking invincible for quite a while, and then, you know, TI obviously fourth is good for a lot of teams, but obviously not where you guys wanted to end up. What's the reason? Like, what happened last year?
I think pressure got to them, pressure and stress. I think it's really dumb of them to let the pressure and stress get to them, especially when they said they were gonna retire, and then now they are back. So that was really dumb. Why would they have the stress and pressure of, you know, this is my last tournament, I have to win it, when they are just playing a tournament now.
Why do you have to say that though? Why did they have to say they're gonna retire? Why not play until you're 40? Who knows?
I guess it's different for them because to the Chinese players, retiring means not being a pro team. Like Big God now, even though they are playing the tournament, they aren't really practicing 24/7. They aren't staying together in the team house. They are all back at their hometowns, and when they need to gather for a tournament or have a boot camp, they start, you know, gathering. It's like how the American teams works, right? Yeah. And
so I guess just retire means, you know, you're not practicing 12 hours a day.
You're not going to be staying together. You're not going to be practicing every single day. You're going to be out gambling or whatever. I don't know.
And Big God's doing well.
Yeah, they are.
So do you think that there's something to be said about maybe that system of 14 hours a day practicing Dota all constantly is maybe not as good as people say?
I think it's a really good system if you know how to take it easy. At pre-TI 40K, they didn't really know what is... Like they didn't really know how to rest. They were just playing and playing and playing. It was really tough.
And that just the classic too much practice.
Yep, and one of the huge reason for the success of Big God, I think it's because of Xiao 8. He's a really good player, like more or less China's best player in terms of drafting and commanding, I guess. I mean, look at Newbie. He left and Newbie just... You always need a leader in a team.
Yeah, that's the hardest position to find too.
Yeah, it's really hard to find a leader.
And then you gotta find people that trust him. It's also hard sometimes.
It's not hard actually. I mean, everyone should trust each other in a game. I mean, if there's trust issues, that means something is wrong with your team. Like look at IG. I'm pretty sure they have no trust among each other.
That team's probably splitting up though. We're gonna see some new players.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
100%. Okay.
Ice, you know, this interview a little more serious than the usual ones we do, but you know, it's time. This is business time.
Okay.
Because you know we're getting close to TI, 4 or 5 more months, and then you know, business time.
Yep, business time.
Is it first or bust for you this time? First place TI or disappointment?
I'm gonna say what everyone is gonna say. I'm gonna do my best for TI.
But really, it's first place or not?
Either it's first place or, I mean, nothing else matters. Only first place matters to me. I mean, I've gotten third for TI1. I think it was fourth or 5th. Wait, 4th for TI4. I did DK. And I got in 5th and 6th place. Yeah, so I would like to get a first. Maybe I'll join Cena and get a second.
Right, okay.
Then I'll have a second.
Are they looking for an offlaner?
Maybe they should.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Shots fired.
I mean, Bone 7 hasn't been playing well. But he played well today.
Yeah.
His Fury.
They're doing good today,
Yeah,
but
they're doing good.
if they beat Secret, then this is the
That'd be impressive.
this is the match everyone's really looking forward to. So
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for the interview. Do you have anyone you want to do shout outs for?
Shout out, I guess I have to thank my sponsors. Kian War, Huomao TV, and actually can't.
I'm gonna go ahead and just say that most of our audience probably doesn't.
It doesn't matter. It's just for, just in case I'm gonna get scolded and shit like that.
Okay.
Oh, HyperX.
HyperX. Okay. Well, yeah, HyperX. I got one of those headsets.
Yeah, the headset. I haven't tried it at all, but apparently it's good.
Yeah, it is.
I hope it's good. If it's bad, I'll be using my own headsets.
Okay. Do you have any call outs?
Calls. Shout out to Targa, I guess.
What?
Targa.
Targa? The StarCraft player?
Yeah.
What about him?
I like him.
Oh,
We
no,
play StarCraft
call
together.
out.
Call out.
Like the opposite of a shout out.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, what did Targa ever do? I mean, like someone you want to,
Beat up?
throw some shade on. You know that expression?
Yeah.
You do? Okay.
Zai?
Zai?
Yeah.
Why? What's wrong with Zai?
Because I'm the best offlaner, not you.
Oh, okay. So, okay. All right. So maybe we'll get to see that.
And
later
Poopy.
on. Poopy? What's wrong with Poopy?
Poopy doesn't wash his pants.
What? He doesn't wash his pants.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You
I don't
who's
know
Poopy,
why.
right?
How do you know that?
Because ever since day one, he's been wearing the same pants.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.